Oh, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together. Reach the end.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook has an experience.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Back to throw. Chamberlain.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. High throw, but the catch is made. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw again.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see here.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They go right back to Singletary.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it, but you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
Ooh, with a juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. You got a mini base. Widen up. Easy.
Now Fields.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Watch one. Hey, watch it.
Back to throw. Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, Chamberlain. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He completes it to Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Singletary will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, Chan. 54. Squeeze, up. Check 31.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
You got 3 down. My game. Blue down, go.
Now it's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
From 19 yards away.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st down, right back to Herbert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd down and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hopkins. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields.
Flush to his right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 17 yards out.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for this with Singletary.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went ahead and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Fields on 3rd down. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey, watch the slant. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow.
Here's Fields.
Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch. Alpha. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
A handoff for Herbert.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking at a 2nd and 11.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart. Angel. Check, Mike. 54.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
New highlights is selected. selected. Players test. Entering screen players tab. Players selected. Rushing selected. Receiving selected. Team Pi. Team Pi. Team Pi. Defensive selected. Team Pi. 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 Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating.
Franchise is selected.
I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until
Entering player upgrades screen, you have 3. You have 6 options. So, hybrid.
These rappers won't be second hand. My pop said I barely eat. I should have begged the man. Yeah. Cause I'm way up, long ways.
You have 6 options. Peak threat.
Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make
Slot.
is enough.
Playmaker.
About 100 trucks from Mercedes. I remember then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 20.
You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected.
I kill everything. What a mothership drip. You can see me leaking. Be quiet, a real speaking voice of God.
Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Overall ranks. Offensive ranks. Defensive ranks.
On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow.
Manage roster. Trade pending is selected.
We on baby number quattro. Yeah. My whole crib look like a art show. Yeah. Pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird. Let me fly away. Nelly Furtado. Bye.
Advance week is selected. Yes. Entering main menu.